Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. In today's video I will be sharing some decor for Valentine's Day from previous years to give myself and some of you extra Valentine's decorating ideas and inspirations. And welcome to my Valentine's Day Clean and Decorate with me. Today I'm going to be decorating parts of my house by adding some of these supplies. I have tons of different stuff to put out. Doesn't mean I'm going to put everything out. I brought it all out just so that way I can see what I have and what I will use. My name is Sonja, for those of you stopping by for the very first time, and this is my home channel where you will find tons of cleaning and decorating inspiration as well as some organizing and here and there some hauls. So let's get started. So here's all the decor laid out. I don't have a ton of stuff and most of it are my DIYs or from my DIY channel. I also am using a couple florals. I don't want it to be too bright, so very soft pinks and some pillow covers and a blanket. So I'm going to get started over on in my front hallway where I have a bench, and I just want to switch out some pillows, still keeping it with that cozy soft feel. So I am switching out just one of the pillows for a smaller love pillow. And then over in my crate, I have a galvanized bucket, and I have some cotton balls right now. Now I had way more, but my little puppy destroyed a couple of them. So I am just wanting to swap those out for some soft pink flowers. I think this will just add a little bit of Valentine's touch, but also give you that feeling that spring is almost here. Moving on to my living room couch, I have some of these pillows that came with the couch and they always stay here, and I just add different filling pillows, I guess, for depending on the season that I'm working with. But I am starting with the blanket. I typically have this blanket here, but I just washed it out and refreshed it a little bit so it's nice and fresh smelling. And then I'm going to add my large pillowcase with the same, it looks exactly like the one on the bench, but it is much bigger. And again, I think this looks very soft and cozy, but with a touch of Valentine's. I did struggle with the shape of this pillow a little bit just because the cover is much bigger than the pillow itself. But I did make it work. Now over on my fireplace, I just gave it a little bit of cleaning, just dusted off any dust that was on there, and then I kept all of the existing decor on it. I did not take anything off, but I just added a couple Valentine's Day touches to it, and I am absolutely in love with the way it turned out. If this is your first time stopping by my channel, I would love it if you considered subscribing and pressing the notification bell, giving me a big thumbs up if you are enjoying this video, and also share it with a friend or two if you think that they would like it as well. Over on my other fireplace, I did the same thing. Now this fireplace is in my family room. If you follow along, you know where exactly it is. And I just did the same thing. Now for my lavender wreath, although I was looking at the pictures in the camera, it almost looks blue, but it is a nice soft purple. I still wanted to keep that there. I don't have a specific Valentine's Day wreath, so I wanted just to add something to it. So I had picked this heart up, I think last year over at Dollarama, and I took it apart and then I added some kitchen twine and just added it in the middle of this wreath. And I think it just gave it enough of that Valentine's touch without being too screaming too much Valentine's. I will link my DIY playlist in the description box for you to check out if you want to give it a try and maybe make some of it yourself. Most of them are made out of dollar store materials, and they are super easy to make. I love how simple this fireplace looks with just a right amount of Valentine's touches. Above my TV, I have this floating shelf that I like to add a couple seasonal touches to it. So I am just adding 2 different signs on each side of it. This little pillow that I'm going to add to this chair actually was not on my supply list, but I dug it out and brought it back out because I remembered I had it. And don't mind the TV unit, it is something that I'm working on, so it has a lot of dust on it because I've been sanding it. And then I swap out this Let It Snow sign for the love sign. I like to add something behind this in front of this charging station that my husband has going on here, just to kind of cover it up. And the last Valentine's Day touch that I'm adding is over on my kitchen table. I just swap out my lavender for some of these flowers. I'm not quite sure what flowers these are, but I love the way they look. They came from Dollarama, and instead of cutting them, I just fold up the branch so that way I can reuse it if in maybe a taller vase next time. I will be decorating one more thing, and that video will go live on Wednesday. I will be decorating a cheer tray, maybe one, maybe more, and adding those Valentine's Day touches to it. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Now we are moving down to our basement, and here I'm going to decorate with some more stuff and just trying to keep it simple. I also will be sharing some decorated tier trays, which I have already decorated. They are in this room, but I will include a video at the end for you to check them out how I did that. I haven't decorated this since Christmas, so it's been kind of bare, and I feel like it needs some soft touches to it. So without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to be dusting everything and then also just decorating it. So here are some of the items that are going to be going up here, probably, but not doesn't mean they will for sure. But I just brought some stuff. I might add some stuff. It's just a work in progress. So here are some of the Valentine's stuff that I have. A lot of it is my DIYs, just because I don't decorate a lot. Like, this is pretty much it for as far as Valentine's Day decor goes, but so I don't have a lot to go for, so it's gonna be more of a room decor with hints of Valentine's. I just want to say that I cannot believe that it is almost middle of February, and I feel like this year, beginning of the year, is just flying by. For cleaning, I am using a vinegar and water cleaner. It's Allen's vinegar and water cleaner in lavender scent, and I just love this cleaner so much. Love the scent because it's just a soft hint of it, and I love the fact that it has no harsh chemicals. So I usually play around with decor, but I do definitely like to add sets of 3 on my fireplace on each side. And if I'm using extremely big pieces, then I just try to stick to odd numbers on each side. So like if I have one large item, I will try to match that one item to and on the next side, and then if I have smaller items, maybe grouping them into 3 or 5, just odd numbers. I haven't actually done 5 because I do think that's a lot, but 3 is usually my go-to, and I'm trying to incorporate pops of red color with a lot of softer pinks and soft greens in this decor. I love when you add pops of a red. I especially love that at Christmas, but I think even for Valentine's, and that almost like rustic red, not the bright red. I just love the way this fireplace turned out, and I had incorporated my a candle in there. It is in a vanilla scent, which I do find that it's a very soft and romantic scent. If I don't know if everybody feels that way. And the little glass jar matches, the colors match perfectly. Now I'm going to work on my side tables, and I have already done a tier tray decorate with me video, which I will link at the end of this one for you to check out. I decorate 3 different tier trays 3 different ways, so tons of inspiration there, and it is a collab too, so there's even more linked in the description box in the playlist of that video, so head on over if that's what you're looking for. And I want you now, and I want you now. Before I move on to my next side table, I am going to add some pillows to this couch. I have created these pillowcases a while back over on my DIY channel. It was a look for less video. I found these at Pottery Barn and they were quite pricey, so I decided to recreate them myself using a Sherpa blanket from Dollarama and some pieces of fabric that I had on hand that were gray for letters and for the piping around the pillow. If you want to see that video, I will have it linked in the description box for you to check out. I had made 2 different sizes. I will use the other size on the other couch. And then I had made using the same this was actually a different blanket. I created this long pillow as well that was just on my own design, and I'm going to add a pinkish Sherpa blanket because it's always nice to have cozy blankets in this basement, especially because it's leather, and it's also can be a little bit chillier here. I do use my fireplace often when it's very cold outside. I did this room on a very tight budget. These couches were came from a friend who was getting rid of them, and she offered them to me for free. So like I said, this room was made over on a very tight budget. If you want to see that video, I can link it down below as well for you to check it out. all finished, and I do love the way it turned out. I think it's like a crossover between hints of Valentine's Day and then spring, kind of all tied into one, and I do love it. I like how simple it is, not too much. I kept the table very clear because I would like to get a candle to go in there just to break up the glass, and then but the kids tend to constantly move stuff off, so having just one item that they can just put up, it's not a big deal instead of the tray. The trays work well upstairs, but I find here it's a little bit of a nuisance for them. So I have my oversized pillows. Those were all DIYs. And then over here, I love these flowers. I picked these up last year at Dollarama, and I was quite pleased that they had such beautiful flowers. And I think this kind of gives you that little bit of a spring romantic vibes. And then I have my little basket here. I will link it down in the description box. I keep towels here because if the kids are down here and they have chips or anything and Duke comes down, there's a lot of drool happening. So I always keep a little bit of there's actually just face cloth towels for cleaning up the drool. And then I put a Sherpa blanket here because even with the fireplace, sometimes it does get a little cold, and if they don't want to turn the fireplace on, they have a blanket. I also have a full bin of blankets underneath Stitch as well. That's more for when my daughter and her friends come, not my son and his friends. So then I kept, all these pillow covers I DIY'd, and then as well as that picture that's just hiding, there's a rip in the little mesh there, so just wanted to put something pretty to look at up there. And then here I have my tier tray, and then I have just a little heart tray that I keep the remote and just a little candle with some nice pretty crystal candle holder, and that's another DIY, the little tray. And then up here, pretty much everything that's on here aside from a candle is my DIY. And then over here I added some a sign, Home Sweet Home, because the one that I originally had up here I'm using upstairs, and then just the table here. And Frank came out to hang out with me. Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. Today's video is all about tier tray decorating for Valentine's Day. I am using this brand new tier tray that I had actually DIY'd over on my DIY channel. I will have it linked down in the description box and at the end for you to check out if you want to see and maybe give it a try and make one yourself. I will be using mostly the DIYs that I have created over on my DIY channel on here, and I have made this tray really tall so that way I can fit larger pieces in it. So I start off with obviously the largest pieces just to try and see how I want it spaced out, how I want it placed, what I want to use, and then we go from there, play around with what looks good. I do love to add greenery whenever it's possible, and as well as some flowers, but without making it too much in your face, screaming Valentine's Day. I wanted it to be more of a softer look. If this is your first time stopping by my channel, my name is Sonja, and this is my home channel where you will find cleaning and decorating inspiration as well as tons of organizing videos. So if this is something that you enjoy watching, I would love it if you considered becoming part of my YouTube family and pressing that notification bell so you don't miss out any of my uploads. And if you do not know, I have two other channels, a DIY and a cooking channel, and you can also find me on Instagram, Facebook, and I have a blog. All the links are in the description box if you want to check any of them out. So at this point I wasn't loving the way everything was looking, so I ended up taking some of it off and rearranging and adding some other things to it. So after I added the lavender, I remembered I had these crystal candle holders and a little dish. They were from over in my china cabinet. They're actually real crystal. And I thought, well, they would look perfect for this Valentine's decor that I'm trying to create here. So I ended up adding both of them, one in the middle shelf and then one onto the So here it is. Here's that little dish with the lid that says love on it, as well as my little snow baby with a little heart on the envelope. I love the way the bottom looks. I think because you can see it from each side, I wanted it to look good from any side you looked at it, and I absolutely love it. I did the same approach for the middle shelf as well. As you can see from every side it looks good. It's decorated on all the sides.
You know I want you close, maybe hold your hand a little while. Somehow I know you're gonna be the girl that I'll end up calling my own.
At the top I have added a little heart that came off of a piece of wall art that I got from Dollarama, and some greenery. The top tray is quite small, which is the way I wanted it to be. It just takes a little bit of finagling to figure out what works on such a small tray. But today we're going to be working on some tier trays, which is one of my favorite seasonal decorating type of video to make. I have 3 tier trays I'm going to try and fill for kind of Valentine's Day mainly, but the hints of spring and just, you know, more of a romantic type of tier trays. So I also want to mention that this video is part of a collaboration that I'm hosting. I do this seasonally, so there will be a playlist linked down below, and I have some fabulous ladies joining me, so make sure you check out that playlist after you're done watching this video. Like I said, the theme is Valentine's Day, so if you're looking for some small touches of Valentine's decor for you to add to your home, make sure you check out the playlist because there's gonna be tons of inspirations for you there. So all these tier trays that I am using, I had DIY'd over on my DIY channel, so if you want to check them out, I will leave the link down below in the description box for these videos for you to check out. But today we're gonna be decorating them, so I'm going to start with the smallest one and move on. So let's get started. And before we do, I just want to mention a lot of my things I'm going to be putting on them are DIY items, but I have purchased a couple things too, but most of them will be DIY. I will walk you through it as I'm decorating and letting you know what came from where. So I'm going to be adding this milk jug that I thrifted. I actually have a sticker here that I need to remove, but for right now I'm just going to decorate it. I thrifted it for $3. Then I am going to add these Queen Anne's lace. These came from Dollar Tree.
My world is spinning round, round, round. Oh, I want you now, now, now. My world is spinning round, round, round. And I want you now, and I want you now. My world is spinning round, round, round.
I also have this rose. I think this is, I don't know if it's soap or if it's, I don't think it's candle because it doesn't have a wick. But I got this, I ordered a dough bowl candle and they sent me this as a little gift. But it smells really, really good.
If you feel lonely, I will be here and wait.
So this came from Dollarama and I DIY'd this one, and then I also picked up a set of these mugs from Home Sense.
Looking to the rising sun, this is where we belong, we belong. A new day will soon begin, that's what I've been here for all along.
These are solar wood flowers, so I'm just going to add a couple in there, and then I have these little hearts that came from Dollarama as well.
We'll always stay the same. Here by the ocean, fire is burning, flares in the wind. Till the fires burn out, days like
Going to switch a couple things around here. Keep it more in the pink family since these flowers are pinkish. I think that's gonna look better. I just love the way this tier tray turned out. I think it looks so soft and neutral. I love the soft pinks. The Queen Anne's lace I think is perfect here, and I just love it.
Young, and we didn't want to be exposed. Even though it was cold, we were never wearing proper clothes.
Now I'm going to work on this one. Now this one is a little bit harder to decorate because the very top part is so tiny, and then the two other ones I did them because I wanted a taller one, but I don't always have a tall things to put in between. So just bear with me, but I will get it done to the way I want to. If you've been following along, you know that I rarely ever hit the nail the first time. I always play around with all the things that I have until I reached the look that I'm going for. So if you've been following along, you've probably seen this bouquet. I use it often, and this was actually my wedding bouquet.
We were younger. I remember a girl. I would sneak into her parents' house. I could stay for hours, and we looked into each other's eyes. Hey, I thought I was Romeo. I was looking for my Juliet.
If this is your first time stopping by, and if you're stopping by from the playlist, welcome. My name is Sonja, and on this channel I do tons of decorate with me's as well as clean and organize and all the home related things, homemaking related things. So if this is something that you enjoy watching, make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out any of my future uploads. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome again. So glad that you're back, and I am ever so grateful for all your support.
When we were younger.
So as you can see, I did go with more of the reds, but still keeping the neutral elements on here. So they all kind of tie in together, since they're all going to be in one room.
Then was black and white. When we were younger.
I lose my breath whenever I see you.
The last one that I'm working on, this one is going to go in between my office and the rec room, so it's going to be tying in the two rooms. So I want to make sure it has a little bit of both of the pinkish and the reddish colors.
Like the moon needs the sun, we don't care about the others. You set my world on fire. You're my heart's desire. I just wanna love you.
And when you are decorating tier trays, keep in mind where the tray is going. Do you need to decorate just the front of it, the sides of it, all the way around? So if you are having a tray right up against the wall, you probably don't need to decorate all the sides, just the ones that you will be able to see when you look at it.
I don't know what I'd do without you. You make me smile, what is it that you do? My life was great till you added colors. Like the moon is the snow, we don't care about the others.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Let me know which part of the video you enjoyed. I can't wait to share this year's Valentine's Decorate With Me video, which will be coming up next week. I will be adding some simple Valentine's Day touches into my main floor, kind of going with the same pinkish, reddish, soft red theme to put you into that spring is almost here spirit. I think I'm going to be adding a couple touches to my front porch as well, which I haven't done that before ever, so I am looking forward to that one. And like I said, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not, and make sure that bell is on so you don't miss out any of my future uploads. This month is full of organizing, decluttering, and decorating, and I can't wait to share it all with you.